A very good morning to all of you, and welcome to the International Conference on Innovation in Agriculture, Food, and Biological Systems in Digital Age. Welcome to European Digital Week. We are on the second day of the conference, and I am Dr. Dinesh Chauhan, Chief Operating Officer, Indian Society of Agribusiness Professionals, and Director, IndiGram Group. Friends, I will be talking today on the topic of precision agriculture and how it's important in agriculture sector for the world. All of you are aware that we are in a world where population is growing rapidly, and as per an international estimate, the world population by the end of 2050 will be somewhere around 10 billion or 9.7 billion population. So today we are 7 billion population approximately, and by 2050 we will be 9.7 billion population. So as the population will be increasing, we will be requiring double the food which we are producing today with half of the land probably. The arable land is shrinking annually, and according to an estimate, approximately 100,000 hectares of agricultural land, arable land is shrinking annually. And along with this, with the impact of climate change and rapid urbanization, what is happening is that the pressure on growing more food with less available land will be increasing day by day. We are also witnessing approximately 21% of greenhouse gas emission is being caused by agriculture sector, and according to an estimate, this will increase to 30% by the year 2030. So, in all these given scenario, precision agriculture becomes more important. And what is exactly precision agriculture? So, precision agriculture basically is a technology or a tool with the help of which farmers are able to use minimal use of water and other resources. They use these resources effectively to produce more food or more agri produce. Apart from this, precision agriculture also helps in minimizing or optimizing the utilization or use of agriculture inputs, especially pesticides. So, precision agriculture becomes very important as far as sustainable agriculture is concerned. And moving forward, with the lesser amount of land available, it will become more important for us to utilize precision agriculture tools. With the help of precision agriculture, we can actually come to a conclusion that which part of the field requires how much amount of water, how much amount of fertilizer, and other micronutrients and macronutrients depending upon the soil type. So, with the help of these information, the farmers can effectively apply nutrient to the field exactly at the place where it is required. So, there have been a lot of technologies which have been developed in the recent past, and these tools will be helpful in improving the productivity of the field. So, why precision agriculture is very important, and why now? You see what has happened in the recent past with the development in digital technology, and there has been a lot of improvement in big data in the area of artificial intelligence and in machine learning, with the coming of a lot of drone technologies, then satellite imagery, satellite data. So now we have enough data, or we have got huge amount of data which can actually be utilized effectively to generate valuable information, or to convert it into a usable form of information which can be effectively utilized to provide right kind of advisory to farmers. So with the help of drone imagery, and farmer can exactly know which part of the field, how much yield he is getting from which part, or particular part in that field. So we will be surprised to see that in a field where the average yield is, for example, let's say 100 kg or some 100 quintal or something like that, and one part of the field will be having let's say 90 kg yield, and the other part can have only 10 kg yield. So with the help of imageries and satellite mapping, yield estimation can be done accurately, and accordingly farmer can we can identify what is the problem in which part or which patch of the field, and accordingly he can apply the right amount of nutrient and at the right time. So with the help of information through sensors and IoT devices, farmer can also know effectively that how much soil moisture content is there in which part of the field, and when is the time to apply irrigation, or when is the time to apply nutrient, and how much quantity also. So both the time and the quantity, though both of these things can be done effectively. Some of the other examples in precision agriculture, we can say automated tractors with fitted with IoT sensors and various devices which can precisely tell farmers the condition of the field at various places, and accordingly they can do various applications at the field. Robotics in another area in precision agriculture, which can actually identify the problem exactly, and they can actually go precisely do various activities at the field depending upon the various information received by the sensors. So this is very important tool to actually improve the productivity of the field. No, now the question comes that why precision agriculture is not picking up, or what are the challenges which we as people from industry have observed, or what are the various critical factors which needs to be addressed so that these kind of technologies can be scalable or can be used by farmers at larger level. So there was a study which was done and it was found that the study was done to find out the barriers in adoption of precision agriculture tools or technologies. So some of the things which were observed were a very common one was like the farmers were not able to adopt these technologies because they were unable to find real value in the terms of the cost involved and the outcome of it. So this was a big this is one of the major challenges when we say about adoption of precision agriculture tools. Then the second challenge was also found out was about the timing of this information received by the farmers. So these were some of the important issues which probably uh, farmers needs to farmers issues which needs to be addressed by the companies who are working on precision agriculture solutions. So so we need to find out IoT devices or sensors which are cheap enough and effective also at the same time. So if we can get those kind of sensors which can be deployed in the field and their cost is very low, then only these kind of technologies can be used by the farmers. And also because these kind of technologies can be utilized in the crops which are high value crops. If we are thinking that we can use it to the crops which are whose value realization is not very high, then probably we need to develop some very cost effective technologies. And We have immense amount of data which can be gathered through field with the help of these IoT devices and sensors. Some of the other challenges which are there is like availability of power at the field, or maybe the network connectivity at the field level, and in the absence of those network connectivity, how to gather those data and then transmit it to the servers where they can be actually converted into usable form of information, and then we can give the right kind of advisory to the farmers at the right time. The second challenge which has also been observed at times is that the various satellite image data, for example about the weather forecast and all, so farmers are not able to get those kind of information in a timely manner at times, so that they can make quick decisions, because they have to also take various decisions on the basis of these information. So if they are not getting these information in a timely manner, probably they won't be able to utilize these kind of information to their benefit. So this is all what I would like to say in this short time about the utility of precision agriculture, as well as some of the challenges what we can see in precision agriculture. If I talk about specifically about India, where we do actively work with a lot of farmers and agtech companies, one of my organization, which is Indigram Lab Foundation, we have been working with a lot of agri and food startups in Indigram Lab Foundation for the year since 2015. And in the last 3-4 years, what we have done is that we have incubated more than 60 plus startups in food and agri space in India. And some of these startups have been really successful in raising Series A funding. In the year 2019, these startups incubated by Indigram Labs Foundation clocked a turnover of 25 million US dollars. And we feel very proud that some of these companies who are also working in the area of precision agriculture to address various issues of farmers, and they provide farm advisory to the farmers with the help of various sensors and IoT devices. So we are also working a lot in precision agriculture areas. Like there are companies who have got solutions of providing real time, or they have got technologies to tell accurately about the soil nutrient condition at the field level. And with these kind of sensors and devices, the farmers are able to effectively get the real information about the nutrient value of soil nutrient values of their field, and accordingly they can apply fertilizer to their field. So these kind of solutions are really helping farmers to improve their profitability. And there are a lot of other startup companies with whom we are working, and we are offering them solution to work closely with the farmers. And then we are also helping these companies to connect with the market or various stakeholders. So in all these 60 plus startups, what we have seen that we have developed a framework or solution of the various solutions in this various stages of value chain. With the help of these startup technology solutions, the various issues of farmers are being addressed at various stages of value chain. Some of these startups are working on the input side, and some of these startups are working on the output side. So what we say that if we can effectively use some of these technologies, they can collectively work together and improve the profitability of the farmers, at least twice or thrice. If we see both in terms of reduction in the cost of input, and then realization of better value, or connecting them with the right kind of buyers and all through various e-commerce platforms which are available or provided by some of these agtech startups incubated by Indigram Lab Foundation. India's agri-business startup industry, agriculture industry is valued roughly around 350 million US dollars, and we have got 100 million farmers in India. So most of these farmers are small and marginal farmers. So the potential of agri sector or agtech industry is huge if we talk about country like India. If we talk about the precision agriculture solutions, then probably these solutions will be varying from region to region. I mean to say that there cannot be the same solution for farmers in India and the farmers in US or Canada, because you see the average landholding in Canada and the US is different than the average landholding in India. So probably we have to customize some of these solutions according to the region or countries where we are working, which can cater to the specific need and requirement of that particular region and farmers. So we cannot have one solution that fits all. So we have to do focus on which area or we are working on, and what is the average land holding over there, what kind of crops are grown over there, what is the market value of those crops grown, and what will be the value addition in if we use a particular technology to the farmers. So until and unless we are going to get answers to all these questions, it will be difficult for farmer to adopt various kind of technologies, especially the precision agriculture technologies. Secondly, these tech companies who are working in this area, they should also understand the various policies or regulations on that the particular geography where they're working on, because that is also a very important thing. For example, if some places, if we are not allowed to use drones in those country because of various security reasons, then probably those kind of technologies has to be reworked according to the local policies of that place. So these are some of the areas where one has to uh, look upon while working. So these are some of my thoughts on precision agriculture. We will be listening to a lot of other speakers who are specially focused on developing various kind of solutions. This area is very vast, and we will be witnessing a lot of new technologies coming in, providing solutions in terms of determination of soil nutrient, determination of soil moisture, then identifying of various diseases through photo recognition and all, and then probably determination of various quality specs through photos. And so there are a lot of technologies which are coming up, and artificial intelligence and machine learning is also helping in along with the big data, is helping in solving a lot of these issues. With all with these things, I would like to uh, say that it was really a pleasure talking and addressing to all of you across the world, and I'm sure that you must be enjoying this conference, and you will be getting a lot of newer information, and it will definitely help you as well to understand what is going on in agri sector across the world. With these things, I would like to thank all of you, and it was really a pleasure to participate in European Digital Week.